viewers, I'm Saurabh Borua and I welcome you to Headline 8. Now let's have a look at today's headlines. Guwahati astc employee tests COVID-19 positive. A man from Nagaon who works at Assam State Transport Corporation in Guwahati has tested positive for COVID-19. The man, identified as Bibhuti Bhattacharya, is a resident of Kalangpar Jokhalabandha Road under Nagaon district. He has been staying at his Nagaon home since last 3 days. According to reports, a woman also travelled to Nagaon from Guwahati with the astc employee. Bibhuti has tested positive for COVID-19 at Nagaon. The residence of the patient has been declared as a containment zone. Foreign experts assure oil to control gas flow from Bagjan well. 3 experts from a Singapore-based firm hired by the Oil India Limited to control gas flow from Bagjan gas well have exuded confidence to control the well at the earliest. According to an oil source, the 3 experts from Messrs Alert Disaster Control reached the oil headquarters at Duliajan this morning and were briefed in a meeting convened by the resident chief executive of the oil. They were briefed by the representatives of oil about the progress in the well control operation. After the preliminary discussion and the debriefing session, the experts along with the oil team left for Bagjan well at around 12 noon. 4 more declared containment zones in Kamrup Metro. 4 more areas under Kamrup Metropolitan District have been declared containment zone today with immediate effect in view of detection of COVID-19 positive cases in those areas, and the areas are Sarabhati, Atgaon, Bhaskarnagar, Block B, Photahil and Hajongbari village under Chandrapur Revenue Circle. Assam senior BPF leader ex-MLA joins UPPL. In a major jolt to BPF, the vice president of the party, former MLA and political advisor of BPF, Supremo Hagrama Mohilari, Hemendranath Brahma, along with 50 other members joined the United People's Front Liberal on Monday through a function held at central office of the party and Assam's Kokrajhar. Hemendranath Brahma said he had neither enmity with any leader of the party nor personal anger over someone but came to UPPL as his wish. Assam government gives 3.3 crore grant to the local startups. The Assam government released Rs 3.29 crore grant for 31 startups of the state who had applied for financial benefits after qualifying for My Assam Startup ID. Under the Assam Startup Policy 2017, the checks were handed over to the startups by Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal during a program held at Assam Startup The Nest on Sunday, called Udyam Assam. The Sunday's program was held to commemorate the success of Assam Startup and encourage the startups. Free Akhil Gogoi. Protesters sent for 14 days of home quarantine. Protesters across Assam raised slogans against the centre and the ruling party demanding the immediate release of Akhil Gogoi, who has been arrested in connection with the anti-CAA protest. In Azara, a group of protesters came out to protest against peasant leader Gogoi's release. Following this, police sent all the protesters of 14-day home quarantine. The protesters reportedly violated the norms of social distancing. Akhil Gogoi has been jailed for 180 days and this indefinite detention proves that there is an ongoing conspiracy against him, the protesters said. 13 monkeys poisoned to death in Kachar. As many as 13 monkeys were found floating in a water tank of PHE in Assam's Kachar district. Locals suspect that the monkeys might have been poisoned by some people. The local police and the forest department had started an investigation into the deaths. The preliminary reports were handed over to the forest department by the veterinary hospital. The monkeys died due to consumption of unnatural substances, states the preliminary post-mortem report. The shocking incident took place at Katirel near Kalain area under Karimganj Divisional Forest Office on Sunday evening as corpses of 13 monkeys were found floating in a water tank of a public health engineering project. Chennai returnee dies in Assam's Karbi Anglong. A man who had returned from Chennai died in Assam's Karbi Anglong. The man, identified as 54-year-old Arun Kakoti, was sent to home quarantine after completing institutional quarantine period. He was admitted to a hospital at Bokolia Ghat after he fell ill. He died on his way to Diffu for treatment. The man has been found positive for COVID-19, and according to the reports, he had returned from Chennai on May 23rd. IIT Guwahati student develops mobile app for seamless air travel. Students of the Indian Institute of Technology Guwahati have developed a mobile application, Flyzy, to provide seamless air traveling experience to passengers during the current COVID-19 pandemic. The application has been developed by IIT Guwahati's Deepak Meena, a third-year BTech student of the Department of Chemistry, and Hansraj Patel, third-year BTech student of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, along with Arijit Singh, fourth-year BTech student of the Department of Electrical Engineering of Seth J. Prakash Mukund Pal Institute of Engineering and Technology. That's all from today's news. Stay tuned to Headline 8.